Well, hey gamers, Mr. Sujano, if you don't know, I'll post his YouTube channel below, had a video go up talking about a recent leak that happens to the Nintendo property, that's Pokemon, where some hackers got a hold of a bunch of Pokemon source code and put it out on the internet. It's like, why would they do that? And really, I think it's because of kind of the anti-consumer practices Nintendo has been practicing lately. You know, using lawyers to sue whoever they can, copyright strikes on the smaller channels. It's stuff that's just not cool. And you think, oh, big corporation, they're probably doing what is right, when really, no, that is not true. We found out lately that big corporations and companies don't know what they're doing. I mean, you can look at PlayStation and Concord, you can look at Microsoft, you look at so many companies. Nintendo always seems like the good guy, right? And we even heard that when Wii U caused their sales to be down, that Iwata at the time, I guess, took removed his bonuses or took a pay cut or whatever to not lay off people. But that was done because Japanese law requires that. There's more stricter laws for laying off people. So I think a lot of times Nintendo's painted as this like good boy company, but they're not really. Let's dive into what Mr. Sujano has to say.
Here, the hack is a result of a phishing attempt on a Nintendo Dev Portal user. That's what's being reported. This person here makes a very interesting comment. 99.9% of budget for lawyers and 0.1% of budget for security.
All right. So if most of you don't know, I actually do security for a living, AI and cloud security, and I've been doing it for a while now, and I know a lot about this stuff. And it is funny with how many companies I work with, seeing that they don't put some basic security in play. And a lot of times you look at that, it's related to budgets. So we're already now proving one point that Nintendo doesn't know how to do, and that is security. Now, sure, it's a phishing attempt, which is really more of a social engineering aspect, where it's not really anything mechanical, technical that they're leveraging to get into. They used someone, but there is so much that you could put around phishing to make sure that doesn't happen. A lot of user training and education when it comes to locking down authentication, where you can lock down authentication too. Sometimes you want a geofence where certain portals can be accessed and how they're being accessed. For a company as big as Nintendo to have enough money to sue other developers and have all these patents out there, the fact that, like was brought up, that they don't even have enough money put in to their security, but they do for their lawyers, just further proves this point that Nintendo is anti-consumer and, I hate to say it, but kind of dumb when it comes to security. Yeah, maybe they're one of the biggest companies, I guess, when it comes to video games right now, but that doesn't mean they're smart. And I think a lot of people will look at, again, big corporations and think, oh, they know what they're doing, but obviously it's not the case here. So what we're seeing is Nintendo striking small YouTube channels for copyright stuff, they just show screenshots or talking about emulation, stuff that anyone can legally do. It's just that it would cost a lot of money for a small person to fight Nintendo, so it's not worth it. Nintendo knows this, so they could just bury and smother the smaller people. And then when it comes to other companies, like we've seen how Nintendo's released Pokemon games where they're just kind of in crappy states, low frame rates. You see a company, Palworld, I forget what the company is off the top of the head, coming out with a game that features a lot of cool things that people would like to see in a Pokemon game, but it's still different anyway. Yeah, Nintendo's going after them, and I think enough people that are smart, because I bet there's so many people that are smarter than the collective of Nintendo that are like, look, if you're going to do this, the small people, there's not much more we can do but push back. It's almost like protesting or I don't want to say riots because that sounds bad, but this activity is illegal that these people are doing, and I don't condone it. But this is what happens when consumers are pushed to the brink and they have no course of action because there's no money to defend against Nintendo. So when things like this happen, bad stuff is going to happen to these corporations. I hope Nintendo learns from this because this has been brought up a whole lot. People are pushing back. We're all very online with this stuff. And is this really where Nintendo's going to go? Anyway, curious what you all think about this. I just had to make this video because this is crazy. That it's just proving Nintendo's incompetence and anti-consumer ways. Anyway, talk later. Be cool.